gon' be more clever, yeah. If a better girl do it better. If a you know a girl do it better. I'm out to go dog. 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 She see it all, even if it's big or small. Do you know where your girl is? But she not at home with ya. Cause the last time I checked, she in Vegas. And Summer Lee with baller, she flagrant. Once a good girl is gone, she gone forever, more forever. And now she dog 'em out whenever. I respect your relationship, I don't care if you don't. But I think you're better than me, and I won't tell if you don't. A dog gon' be a dog, but a gon' be more clever. Oh, a dog gon' be a dog, but a gon' be more clever, yeah. If a better girl do it better. If a you know a girl do it better. I'm out to go dog. I'm out to go dog. I'm out to go dog. I'm out to go dog.
Stop the rock.
Stop the rock.
Stop the rock.
Stop the rock.
Can't stop the rock. You can't stop the rock.
Stop the rock.
Stop the rock.
Stop the rock.
Can't stop the rock. You can't stop the rock. Can't stop the rock. You can't stop the rock. Can't stop the rock. You can't stop the rock. Can't stop the rock. You can't stop the rock. Can't stop the rock. You can't stop.
Shake my paranoia.
Can't stop the rock.
Shake my paranoia.
Can't stop the rock.
Shake my paranoia.
Can't stop the rock.
Shake my paranoia.
Can't stop the rock. You can't
Shake my paranoia. I'm moving, dancing like Madonna into the groove. Shake my paranoia. I'm moving, dancing like Madonna into the groove.
stop the rock. Can't stop the rock. You can't stop the rock. Can't stop the rock. You can't stop the rock.
life is over. When I was all alone, you came and changed how I feel. Let me cook. Only you understand me, you fill me up completely. And when I'm self-destructive, you make me feel so pretty. You always pull me closer to let me know that it's real. When I look at you, baby, I get overjoyed. I feel it inside deep. Finally, I'm happy to be. 'Cause I got love with your baby. I figured out why I'm smiling. Nothing can stop me. Finally, I'm happy to be. I wanna thank you for taking me as I am. Need you to know that I'm your number one fan. I wanna give you my heart. You see the silver lining when I'm in the trenches. You stand beside me with your patience and forgiveness. I wanna give you my heart. When I look at you, baby, I get overjoyed. I feel it inside deep. Finally, I'm happy to be. 'Cause I got love with your baby. I figured out why I'm smiling. Nothing can stop me. Finally, I'm happy to be. Baby, I could cry. Can I fall in your arms and just fly? When I look at you, baby, I get overjoyed. I feel it inside deep. Finally, I'm happy to be. 'Cause I got love with your baby. I figured out why I'm smiling. Nothing can stop me. Finally, I'm happy to be. 'Cause I got love. I got love. Yeah, got love.
Just come outside for the night. Take your time, get your life. Got it done. The career is more at stake when you in your prime. That paper, baby, my face on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind. It's like always, they just want a peace of mind. I've been focused on the future, never on right now. But I can boot you either pink or brown. I'm the one that introduced you to the you right now. Oh my God, that's the baby. Well, alright, tryna fight in the night, come alive. Ain't it sneak? Ain't it?
Shit. Huh.
Watch me pop my get it live. Try to come run back, they popping your tires. Hold up. 100 round. Feeling like I'm on TV. Playing both sides of you. Shout out to your friends. I've been going crazy. Shot, I've been in the deep end. She not in the scene. She tryna go. I just been I just been tripping out. This whole nother level shot. I got it on their toes. I put the on the room. Oh, she tryna, oh, hold up. I got this me, she tryna show me something. Hold up. I got flows for days, ain't on nothing. Me and my bro like, man, you know we on one. We in the spot going crazy until the sun up. You worried about that, I chose up. All in the kitchen, can't get the cold up. Hold up, yeah. Nigga like they know it. Double O cactus that we told us. Switch out the baddie, get rolled up. Everything hit, everything.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Tonight we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Able to slither by. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First play from scrimmage. Here's Murray. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. Murray now. And he's going to go down again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Boy, how about this to start a ball game? That's twice in a row now, Charles, that they get to him.
And how often do we talk about offenses that operate off of a script to begin games? Feels like this defense had their script together on this one. And their script said put the quarterback down and do it fast.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down the 8-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Rondé Gadsden from 8 yards out. And the Chargers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 7-0. After the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. A nice little juke. And able to get this out to the 25. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Conner again. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did, that time for a loss.
Shotgun now from Murray. He'll try and do this himself. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Open man right side. That's McConkey. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and on play action, here's Herbert. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back to Hampton on first down. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
That's complete to his running back, Hampton. And he gets it down to the 32. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Shoots by him. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
On 1st and 10 is Counter. And he stopped immediately there. Deion Henley there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Murray. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Micah Parsons. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And the L.A. offense ready for this next possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get funny, right?
Not one that I've ever made.
Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Now this one finds McConkey. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Herbert. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Here's Herbert. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
A 4th down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Looking deep here for Chase.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he completes it to Wilson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
To Michael Wilson. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing again, Murray. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
Play action. It's Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Chargers.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Herbert. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
The Chargers first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Herbert now. Allen's got it complete. And he's brought down. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
At the 37-yard line.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up second down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Herbert going to give to Hampton. And shifts past him. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's into space past the 25. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first and goal.
Herbert off of play action. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Rondé Gadsden, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
For the extra point.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes our score 17-0.
Cardinals, nothing.
Something taken from me. Life's got always been missing me. Can't take child and let me.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Murray giving to Connor on the option. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Murray a give. This is Connor. Good footwork at the 30. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 2. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. Throw left side complete to Chase. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Brings up third.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on Monday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Murray keeps it himself. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up second down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
To throw, it's Murray.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. From the gun on third down, Murray. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Khalil Mack, his second sack of the night. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 26.
They'll start it out with a run by Hampton.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
On 1st down, it's Hampton.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Good gain there on 1st down and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw a defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And that is...
Stay with me. You ain't gotta go, you can with me. We can hang out, do the day with me. You tryna be a man, it can stay friendly. We could do the beach, we can hang out. Yes, her and the E go to my house. You can spend the night till we wake up. Do it all again, cause it ain't mud. What is this love? What are we waiting for?
Life can be tough, so I need you more and more. You need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I'll be alright. In my dreams, you need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I'll be alright. In my dreams.
Hey yo, my new thing is I don't want you around if you useless. I make a living rhyming, same job as Dr. Seuss's. People only give to get back, that's recoupment. Always have their two hands out, like they. My new show you how to train the dragon like. And either way, it ain't gotta be love.
What is this love? What are we waiting for? Life can be tough, so I need you more and more. You need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I'll be alright. In my dreams, you need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I'll be alright. In my dreams.
Yeah. So every morning after snoring, yes, I yearn for you. Thought it wasn't super serious, but now it's too much. I got a disease, so for ease, let go of the clutch. You got the pedal to the metal and you're reffing me up.
So slow down, I got a 2-car garage, so we can go and make sounds that
Call you Dale, cause you weren't hearts. I'll be Tracy Chapman in the fast car.
What is this love? What are we waiting for? Life can be tough, so I need you more and more. You need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I'll be alright. In my dreams, you need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I'll be alright. In my dreams.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from a bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really wanna brag. I'm just telling that I'm leaving with a bag. High five to the scarred and the strange. From the outlaw that'll never get tamed. Biscuit beats from the pirate band. Sign this deal with a lobster hand. Freestyle like a bowling pin. Flex these bars on a dolphin fin. Life's too short, but I can't complain. Doing backflips on a candy cane. Ride my scooter with a cape at night. And I'ma high five me a traffic light. I blink twice, then I teleport. Got kicked out of the Trump resort. Bought this cloud on a payment plan. Then I ghosted out in a minivan. Mic in my hand like a waffle cone. Spitting out syrup in the twilight zone. Got no job, but I'm on the clock. And you can't stop me, cause don't stop. Hey ladies, oh, when you're hot, girl. When you're not, you're not. Nope. Hey fellas, oh, when you're hot, girl. When you're not, you're not. You know I'm hot. How many licks till the pepper gon' pop? Told my cap it's the CEO. Then I moonwalked in a UFO. Mic my shoes with a Christmas wreath. Dropping these bars while I brush my teeth. Flipping this verse like a boomerang. Landed on stage in your backpack filled with a new disease. Telling my doubts I'm hard to please. We don't care, we bounce on clouds. Sing off key and we're still too loud. Biscuit drops, the place explodes. Jumping through life in my pantyhose. Still no job, but I'm on the clock. And you can't stop me, cause don't stop. Hey ladies, oh, when you're hot, girl. When you're not, you're not. Nope. Hey fellas, oh, when you're hot, girl. When you're not, you're not. I see through your act and I still enjoy the show. Yeah. than us. One hand on his queen, left on the freak. He probably thought they wouldn't meet. Shawty seen everything, and you know she got him beat. Cause her side ain't in the streets. She ain't the one to play with you. Her DMs, they be sliding like base hitters. And mother fellas, they be seeing her work. You say you want an angel, then give her heaven on earth. I respect your relationship. I don't care if you don't. But I think girls better than men. And I won't tell if you don't. A dog gon' be a dog. But a gon' be more clever. Oh, a dog gon' be a dog. But a gon' be more clever. Yeah. She in Vegas, and Summer Lee with baller, she flagrant. Once a good girl is gone, she gone forever, more forever. And now she dog 'em out whenever. I respect your relationship. I don't care if you don't, but I think girls better than men, and I won't tell if you don't. A dog gon' be a dog, but a gon' be more clever. Oh, a dog gon' be a dog, but a gon' be more clever. Yeah.
That's the plan, baby. Don't put your life in these weird hands, baby. It's not enough. Few solid.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Tonight, we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Baltimore Ravens. And down he'll go at the 25. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Ward. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
Now Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch.
Jeffrey Simmons in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. DK to return. That's a strong run. And he gets this out just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it'll be Titan football. Throwing now, Ward. And off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
From the gun on third down, Ward is going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. Taken in at the 22. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. In motion left, Flowers. They'll fake the jet sweep, and now it's Jackson off play action. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Running from the gun with Henry. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. That O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here, because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers. If the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he gets it down to the 32. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a 1st down. 0 hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now it's Jackson. A check down here for Henry. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender or work to the defense's advantage on that play.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Jackson will keep it. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. Give him 2 on the play there.
And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's second and goal.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Henry will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Calling a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Play action. It's Ward. That's to the tight end, Helm. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
A promising sign there from an offense that hasn't done a whole lot to this point. Nice job to locate the open receiver. And it's good yardage and a first down to open the drive.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the lot. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Throwing is Ward. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there. And he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Ward. Working in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 42. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
From the gun, here's Ward. Got his man, Okonkwo. Touchdown, Titans. Okonkwo, 41 yards. And the Titans are an extra point away from drawing level.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Here's Jackson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Going deep for Hopkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Jackson will throw again. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now it's Jackson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in position to dictate to the offense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jackson now. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Jackson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down, and he was able to get it by play. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 29-yard line.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
To throw again is Jackson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This one from 46 yards out. And this one is right down the middle. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to get in that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. The final shot before break. Ward. And his throw is going to be incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 to score as we resume action on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now a 2nd and 6. He'll go right back to St. Brown. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now it's 3rd and 3. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Jackson from the shotgun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route. But he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Trent McDuffie getting the chance to blitz and finishing it off with a sack.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Henry up the middle. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, free safety coming up and making the big-time play.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. To throw is Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Ravens send their punter out now. as he'll kick it away for the second time. Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
A pivot and a give to Henry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 27-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That's the third time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
A first down carry for Henry. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. But they run the option here on 1st and 10. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
2nd and 9. Jackson slings it to Anderson. It's complete. The tight end has it. Will go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
From the gun, Jackson. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Luke now for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Ravens 17, Titans 7.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because they don't get some kind of points here. That next drive, that could make this.
It's the 3rd quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
Short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on Monday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. now in Baltimore. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the fourth quarter.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the 2nd and 8. They go play action with Ward.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He'll try and do this himself. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Ward. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Now Ward.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Trenton Simpson, well, he just flew in there to drop it.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he doesn't have a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they're back within a touchdown at 17-10.
All right, let's give the kicker some credit here because he didn't let the inaccurate snap phase him whatsoever. Trusted his holder to get the ball down in time, stuck to his routine, and somehow found a way to put the ball through the uprights.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
In motion left, Flowers. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Nimrick. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry.
And a good run here as he'll run all the way down to the 40-yard line.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got him on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. 2nd half with the lead. This is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Yeah, really with I should probably sign a head, boy, because I got all the heads, boy. All that Drake, you got to check.
2nd and 11 now.
Jackson, option right. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
But not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Just a few blocks from the famed French Quarter, you get a look inside Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. Today, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New Orleans Saints. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here's carry number 1 for Travis Etienne. To look forward for a couple. And he studs this there for the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. They'll run it once more with Etienne. Whoa. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it. A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. They knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Gonna get that complete. Jacoby Myers. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They get 16 on that connection. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
16 yards. And the Jaguar first down.
The RPO. That one is complete. He's going to have a first down. Good game, but there is a flag down, and this could very well be coming back. Play action now. It's Lawrence. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for. One-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact. And I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down. Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Seventh play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. To throw is Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. This is a great example here. Like, they can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
A 60-yard attempt.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And this will remain a scoreless game.
You have to give them credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
First carry now for Alvin Kamara. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
It's a
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Now he'll air one out. That one knocked away. In the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up third down now.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but that once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark.
Mike, I can tell you firsthand, when you take the field on your opponent's side of the 50, there's a lot of optimism and hope that this is going to be a touchdown scoring drive. So nice job here by the defense, holding strong and defending this short field.
That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Shuck. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Eric Armstead. He gets into dropping. It's a loss of 8.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play. That's exactly what they did.
Get about 6 before he's taken down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Safe kick taken at the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally track him down now before he takes this to the other side of midfield. The Jaguars offense ready now for their second drive. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's first and 10. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And let's give him about 4 on that one. The all-pro Micah Parsons there for the stop.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the Saints 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and 5. They go play action for Lawrence. He's got a man. That's Travis Hunter. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. The Jaguars with the ball as quarter number 2 begins, as they've got it with 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Etienne. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7. Back to throw. Lawrence. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. Ball incomplete. Humphrey standing there, able to jar the ball free in a big spot, and now it is 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
32-yard attempt.
He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Jaguars will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
So, field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. To return, it's Kendre Miller. And he's down at 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Saints offense ready for their 2nd possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Chuck to throw on 2nd down. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
We'll try and run for this with Kamara. It's a gain of 10 yards. 1st down, New Orleans.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
And he's not able to get away. He does manage to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and that'll set up 2nd down.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
On 3rd and long, here's Shuck. And And that is incomplete. Javon Bailey was the intended target. And now it's fourth down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
That is fielded at the 20. And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. They'll go three tight ends here on 1st and 10. It'll be a run out of the gun with Kamara. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
He was taken down.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll run a draw now. It's Kamara. A much more positive run here. That one good for 10, but it's still going to leave him with a third down coming up.
Brings up third down.
They'll go again here with Kamara, and he's not going to get the first down. They met him, brought him down to the backfield on 3rd and short.
That's a heck of a stop by this defense early in this game, Mike, and it sets up a decision for the offense. You might be a little too far away to attempt a realistic field goal, but you might be a little too close to get anything out of the punt unit. I think I'm keeping the offense on. I'm trying to extend this drive, and I'm being aggressive here early.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and they come out to the 20-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. And they've been forced to settle for field goal attempts on the first couple of drives. A miss, followed by a make. They'll need to pick the pace up here a little bit as they get started on 1st and 10. They put Strange in motion. Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. There's a short one. He's got Strange. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 80 yards. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play. Run after catch.
Jaguars 10, Saints 3.
To kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. Just the lone field goal for them so far. Down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. On the give, this is Kamara. And that one going to be closed down to the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
17-yard line.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Another run here with Kamara. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. Clock stopped with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. Third and 11. From the gun, it's Shuck. He's got his man, that's Olave. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. Saints going to use their second timeout. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half.
My actions being louder than my words. How you sold, but still sold down the earth.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Operating out of the gun, this is Shuck. Right back to Olave. He's got it again. New Orleans, third and final timeout. As the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
At their 49-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. Chuck. The ball deflected at least a couple of times. It'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a third and very reasonable. Incomplete on that third down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Jaguars offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw is Lawrence. To the left side, it is caught by Mike.
Lawrence is
got a timeout for Jacksonville. Here's 2nd. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Here's Lawrence. This pass is caught by Thomas. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. Now the Jags use their third and the final timeout as the clock is stopped with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Now Lawrence. He's got it downfield. Myers the connection. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Saints offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Out of the gun, here's a give to Kamara. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. This last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
Olave is the motion man. On second down, it's shot. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4.
It's fourth down.
The Saints will punt this one away. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Jaguars offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll start out first down and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Moving to his left. Now he'll run. And he's going to give himself up, but not before he picks up the first down.
28 yards.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
Going nowhere. Knocked down hard in the backfield.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's got Myers on the completion. He'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Lawrence. Got his man. It's complete to Thomas. They get 12 yards on that pass. First down, Jacksonville.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And that ball out of reach. Toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
To the right side, hauled in by Myers. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So, after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Saints offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They're in a 10-point hole, 13-3, as this drive starts with 1st down. Again, up the middle with Kamara. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
This complete to Pope. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
3rd down and 9. Throwing a shot. Going for it all. And that is incomplete contact, but the flats going to be 4th down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
This fielded inside the 35. And it's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Jags offense ready to get back to work. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with 1st down. Lawrence now. This one is caught, and it's the tight end screen. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Lawrence. That's brought in by Myers. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Now a handoff. ETN. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Looking middle, and he spots Hunter there. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
14 yards.
A pickup of 14 on that one. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
14. And the Jaguar first down.
Lawrence going to keep this himself. And a good job defensively to rally to the ball. They hold him to a short game.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back. But the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short game.
Play action now. It's Lawrence. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. And they'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball and keep that to a short game.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
That's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Second down, they need 3. Once again, it's Etienne. And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Etienne will get into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Little on now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Jaguars will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Miller now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Saints offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. To throw is shut. Here's a screen coming for.
switcher, shapeshifter, go grill, plain, so I could heal the pain quicker. 8-figure, chest set way quicker. Made if I'ma go to date with ya.
I ripped it, all deep on my two first, no dribble. Deep, always talking pillar. Thing like scissor, like youngest, I'm about my business. Yeah, they know what's up. Glizzock never gave up. All I know is go and get this damn bread. Don't go against the grain, they taking off your damn head. I'm running up this door, I almost broke my damn leg. Hey, out here broke, they damn nerd. Damn little mama bad as but they diamonds on me fight, neck and wrist, I can Tina. Orange Richard Mill on me dancing just like Bia. Going against Glizzock, wouldn't wanna be ya.
I'm a lane switcher, shapeshifter, go grill, plain, so I could heal the pain quicker. 8-figure, chest set way quicker. Made if I'ma go to date with ya.
Stay with me. You ain't gotta go, you can with me. We could hang out, do the day with me. You tryna be a man, it could stay friendly. We could do the beach, we could hang out. Yes, her and the E go to my house. You can spend the night till we wake up. Do it all again, cause it ain't mud. What is this love? What are we waiting for? Life can be tough, so I need you more and more. You need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I feel alright. In my dreams, you need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I feel alright. In my dreams. Hey yo, my new thing is I don't want you around if you useless. I make a living rhyming, same job as Dr. Seuss's. People only give to give back, that's recoupment. Always have their two hands out, like they. My new thing is you ain't even gotta be my new chick. You can just pull up and hang out and be a new friend. Or I can show you how to train the dragon like. And either way, it ain't gotta be love. What is this love? What are we waiting for? Life can be tough, so I need you more and more. You need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I feel alright. In my dreams, you need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I feel alright. In my dreams.
Yeah, so every morning after snoring, yes, I yearn for you. Thought it wasn't super serious, but now it's too much. I got a disease, so for ease, let go with the clutch. You got the pedal to the metal and you're revving me up. So slow down, I got a 2-car garage, or we can go and make sounds that call you Dale, cause you weren't hearts. I'll be Tracy Chapman in a fast car.
What is this love? What are we waiting for? Life can be tough, so I need you more and more. You need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I feel alright. In my dreams, you need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I feel alright. In my dreams.
Go, 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 shorty. It's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give a cause that's your birthday. You can find me in the club, full of mama, I got what you need if you need to fill it. I'm in the habit, I ain't in the make it. So come give me a hug, you in the getting. You can find me in the club, full of mama, I got what you need if you need to fill it. I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, get in the getting. When I pull up out front, you see the Benz on dub. When I roll 20 deep, it's always drama in the club. Now that I roll with Dre, everybody show me love. When you sell like them and them, you get plenty of groupie love. Look, homie, ain't nothing changed. Rolls down, G's up. I see exhibit in the cutting, man. Watch how I move, you mistake before I play up. Been hit with a but I don't walk with a limp. In the hood, in the late they saying 50, you hot. They like me, I want them to love me like they love pop. But holla in New York, show to tell you I'm local. And the plan is to put the rap game in the choke. I'm fully focused, man. My money on my mind, got a meal out the deal, and I'm still in the grind. Now shorty says she feeling my style, she feeling my flow. A girl from Wooded, they ready to find me in the club. Full of mama, I got what you need if you need to fill it. I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, get in the getting. You can find me in the club. Full of mama, I got what you need if you need to fill it. I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, get in the getting. My flow, my show brought me to go. That brought me all my fancy things. My crib, my cars, my clothes, my jewels. Look, homie, I done came up and I ain't changing. You should love it way more than you hate it. Oh, you mad? I thought that you be happy I made it. I'm the cat by the bar to the good life. Moved out the hood, now you tryna pull me back, right? Hit the bumpin' in the club, the sound. I'm with my eyes to chicks. If she smash, she gone. Hit the roof on fire, man. Just let it burn. If they're talking about money, homie, I ain't concerned. I'ma tell you what banks told me, cause go ahead, switch the style up. And if they hate, then let them hate, then watch the money pile up. Or we can go upside there with a, come on, they know where we be. You can find me in the club, full of, mama, I got what you need, if you need to fill it. I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, get in the getting. You can find me in the club, full of, mama, I got what you need, if you need to fill it. I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, get in the getting. Don't try to act like you don't know who we be, neither. We in the club all the time, it's a problem, pop on. Shady aftermath.
Don't get put in that blender. Hold on, who is you? Pat him down before he enter. Don't you hang with the ops talking about he don't remember. Trying to copy what I do. You is not a printer. Cooped up, too up, make get they suit touch begging. I ain't even got $2, so you roll call when I'm coming with me. No, this ain't jump ball. You can't jump with me. Ballin' jump, man. Touch hands. We bout to bump then. Better bang yours, cause I bang mine. This ain't happen overnight. It take time. You seen a Super Bowl, the cheat code. Game time. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. What I want for Christmas too. Does the same time with me, it's game time. But with you, yeah, it's flame time. Hey, keep playing around, get your head. Don't wanna live right, well, alright, leave you dead wrong. Hey, well, okay. I catch the dog, he getting the beats like it's Dre. Like the money in the bank, you better play where it's safe. Told him Bella fill his tank, run up to the next state. I get down, I get dirty, catch him on the public. Thinking he gon' get a pass from the slimy stomach. Hungry for it, see an issue and I rub my stomach. Enough paper to make a book, I could get it published. What? You don't believe me? Think for brown skin, real can see them. Got good, go retrieve it, just short, small. When that's from Cali, with the cheetah, print out white curve. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time.
Turning nothing to something. We doing big things. Ain't never bluffing. Top of the
Time for football now. From Empower Field at Mile High, here in Denver. Tonight, a good one coming your way in the AFC. It's the New England Patriots and the Denver Broncos. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen, the kicker. Andres Borregales has the ball on the tee. And off we go from Denver. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
Down 26-yard line.
Now the former Ohio State Buckeye, here's Jake Haydock. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
Second down. Nix. He's got his receiver. It's Cortland Sutton. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A 19-yard pickup there. Good for a Denver first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Troy Franklin, the intended target. And it'll bring up second down.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
They'll go play action with Nix. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be third down.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
This one down the field, but lined up incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game? They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. To the left side, caught by Chase.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 2. They'll give it to Dobbins. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he'll be taken down. We have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples now when those two things are on point.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
Now, a second down throw for Nix.
Great job in coverage here. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. He decides to tuck it and turn it to a runner. They get to him quickly. Picks up a couple yards, but not enough now. Brings up third down.
They're at the 4, looking to get the game's first points. Here's 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Nix.
I think you got to go for it here, Mike. They've had this impressive opening drive where they've marched their way all the way down into the red zone, and the last thing you want to do here is settle for 3. This is the chance. Set the tone for the rest of the game, and let's see what they dial up here on 4th down.
So, trying to make a statement on this opening drive. Gonna go for it on 4th and goal. And he's in. Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Broncos.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback. They get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field positions to start this drive. Play fake. Here's May. That's complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 5. Gonna go right back to Henry. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. P.J. Watt up to make the tackle.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
May gonna hold on to this one. He's going to be close. Going to depend on the spot, but that looks a little short. It is short, and now it's 4th down.
Great work there defensively, Mike. You can tell they were onto that one from the start. They're able to hold him to a short gain on the keeper and force the 4th down.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down as they manage to convert. That'll keep this drive alive. So some early intrigue as we have reached the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. Time for the second quarter. Patriots with the football as they've got it with 1st and 10. And complete to Diggs. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's his second catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming down.
And he'll get about 5.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 4. He'll go again here with Henry. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
On 3rd and 2, it's May. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
He has to do a better job identifying where the pressure is coming from, Mike, before the ball is snapped. He's got to get this ball out of his hand, to his outlet, to his hot receiver. But then once he senses the pressure, he kind of panics, and it's an easy sack, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
A 46-yard attempt.
He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Pats are on the board. It's 7-3.
So let's give the kicker some credit. Not only was it a really good save by the holder, but his ability to make that kick when the timing wasn't right is a lot easier said than done. So we got to get to the sideline. Long snapper's got to do his side of the bargain here, and they've got to be better the next time out.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Broncos offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Throwing. Nix. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. Nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. It's the quarterback with the sneak, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, here's Nix to throw.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
From the 46, here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Gobble. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
And in motion is Ingram. Next, from the gun, on third down. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into half.
To the goal line and in. Portland Sutton. Down Denver.
Like we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Patriots 3.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. And he finally gets forced out of bounds, but that was a fantastic return. The Patriots offense ready to take over for their second possession. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. It's May. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Hunter Henry was the one he was looking to connect with. And it'll be 2nd down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a 1st down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops. 50 seconds to play until halftime. Still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Now a screen set up for Henry. And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up and stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way. New England going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. To throw again. He's found his receiver, Butte. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's May again. And he'll take it on in. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, New England. Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Pats are back within 4. It is 14-10.
Patriots 10.
Much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. The Broncos offense going to take over just before the half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Here comes a return from the 3. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Patriots offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. Trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. On play action, here's May. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the 1st down.
And he shows off those strong legs running through 1 tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Alex Singleton gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Both sides now going back and forth, trading blows. After a nice pickup and a handful of yards, the defense responds with a big sack. Now brings up 3rd and medium, and let's see if they decide to go back on the ground or keep it in the air.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They're locked in on this drive. 2nd connection for that pair. This one gaining 22.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle 3rd of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike. He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From 29, here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Open man, that's the tight end, Hunter Henry. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. They get 14 on that hookup. Good for a Patriots 1st down.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. 1st catch, 1st touch. Here as we start the 2nd half.
They'll go play action with May. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get them in his hands?
Second and 5. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
They'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's May. That is caught by the tight end, Hunter Henry. Touchdown, Patriots.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone. The result is a touchdown.
So following the touchdown, Oregalis is back to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready for their first possession of this second half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. On the ground, here's Dobbins. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7. Here's Nix to throw. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He dives, and what a catch for the 1st down. 12 yards there, and a 1st down.
You just love to see this effort, especially on 3rd down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up the 1st set of downs.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
What really stood out to me, Mike, was the body language of the middle linebacker prior to the ball being snapped. So often we see the guy who's blitzing, they get a little antsy and they tip their hand. But that wasn't the case here. He times it perfectly, nobody accounts for him, and he comes away with the sack.
2nd down. Nix. That's caught left side by Ingram. Well, that house is going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Monday Night Primetime continues after this. Big play coming up. This is third down. Back to throw is Nix. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. It's the tight end Henry in motion. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Henry. And they'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
38-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Throwing is May. That's caught. Outside. It's complete. Call it a gain of 13. 1st down, New England.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another 1st down. On the handoff, it's Henry. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
May to throw on 2nd down. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
Again, right up the middle to Henry. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Off the play fake, it's May. He'll swing this out wide to Henry. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. This is Henry. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. He fought through that first contact. It'll bring up second down. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second. And they'll get together prior to the second down play. Jefferson. And third and final timeout taken by the defense, so the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. They'll let the fullback try to push the pile. And it looks like he's going to have enough for the first down. Yes, he does. First and goal coming up.
And defensively, these are the opportunities, Mike, at this stage in the game. You just can't miss. It's a close game. Fourth quarter, you find yourself trailing. You've got to be able to come up in that spot and force a stop. Instead, now the offense can drain even more time off the clock with a fresh set of downs.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Now back at the 4 for second and goal. On the give, here's Henry. Good blocking, and he's in. Derrick Henry, touchdown New England.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
The PAT, up and good. And the Patriots go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. This taken at the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's 2nd down and 3. From the shotgun, here's Nix. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense is right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
You could see that he was trying to find something downfield, trying to take a shot there on 3rd and short, but really nice job understanding there was nothing downfield, no need to force it. Get the ball underneath, get a fresh set of downs and start over again.
But that's made there by Sutton.
Excellent pass. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down. And in motion is Ingram. Now a 2nd down throw for Nix. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. It's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
He's got his tight end. It's Ingram. And he's out of bounds with the 1st down. So they get a new set of downs. Just as importantly, stop the clock.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground. And they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Here we go. One final play. A ball deep for the end zone. And it's going to be some points here at the finish line. This is a touchdown. They've fought till the end, but still will come up short. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the 4th quarter. So it's a road win here for the Patriots. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right. They come away with a hard-fought victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. From Denver, good night, everybody.